So, question 7 on 6.3. Solve sine x equals negative 0.62. Looking at this question, we know that 0.62 is not anything on the unit circle. So, to use inverse sine, we're going to have to use some technology to figure this one out. So what you're going to want to plug in to your calculator is going to be sine inverse of negative 0.62. Okay. So sine inverse of negative 0.62. Enter. Excuse me. I did not enter that correctly. 0.62. Okay. Now, our calculator gives us one value, but this question asks for two values. And make sure you're in radian mode, which I should have done, because that's what it's asking for here. Okay. One more time. Alright, so one value spits out of the calculator, but we know we know that this is only going to be half of the answer for this problem. So let's think about how our calculator answers this problem. If we look at the unit circle, the domain's restricted from pi over 2 to negative pi over 2 for the sine inverse function. And also this spit out a negative answer. Minus 0.669. So we know this can't be in this domain, or in this. It's not in the format that the question is asking for. So we have to think about how our calculator is spitting this out. We know that 2 pi is here, so any negative angle is going to be 2 pi plus that negative angle. So by adding the negative angle to it, it subtracts it from 2 pi and it gives us our answer, which is going to be this, the 0.669. So we can also use the calculator for that part and just go 2 pi minus, or plus, excuse me, so we get one of our values, 5.61444. Now that is going to be one of our answers. However, we have to look back at our unit circle again and realize that there's also going to be this value is also going to be somewhere in quadrant 3 where the calculator hasn't told us at all how to find. And the way we're going to have to find that is by adding the value we got from the calculator to pi it, and then it'll move us down into quadrant 3. We know that the value that it gave us was negative, so we can go pi minus, and that gives us 3.818. 810. And that's going to be smaller than the first value we got. So we know that B is going to be the 5.614, and A is going to be the 3.810. So let's enter these answers into WAMAP. and 5.614. Also notice that I rounded to 3 decimals because WAMAP tells us that that's how accurate we need to be. Now you can be more accurate than this, but for the purposes of this question, we will submit. And that is question 7.